Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Daily Dota 2 Casts. My name's Player and I'll be your host, as usual, for a random live game that I found on Dota 2. Here we have Extremis Z versus Platinum XD in a Captain's Mode game, as usual. Bans being served out. Invoker and Batrider on Platinum's side, and Treant and Dazzle on Extremus' side. Extremus might be possibly planning for an aggressive, like an early mid-game aggressive lineup. So they just want to get rid of any sort of healers who can thwart a potential kill. Platinum's first pick is going to be Centaur Warrunner. As we've seen the Centaur Warrunner actually yesterday, with his Hoofsome and Double Edge, quite deadly, and with a Blink Dagger only he can just find pickups. Maybe not by his lonesome. Depends on who he finds.
Radiant team pick.
And Extremis Z is going to take Shadow Demon and Rana.
Dire team pick.
Again, we've seen those heroes yesterday, although they were on opposing teams. Rana with her all too known Sacred Arrow, the glorious and elusive, well, maybe not elusive, it's not that impossible to hit a 5-second stun. Especially if you have Shadow Demon to set it up with Disruption.
5 seconds remaining.
Or Demonic Purge.
Reserve time.
So yeah, it seems like that these since they were going planning for this is why they banned Treant and Dazzle. And Platinum's second pick is going to be Ancient Apparition, widely known for his ultimate, with its possibility to just stop any push, while not literally dead, but sometimes killing a straggling hero from across the map. Like a Siren being banned on Platinum's side and Extremis banning out Clockwork. If I remember correctly, like a Siren was actually banned yesterday as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Although oh, and Nyx Assassin getting back by Platinum, because I guess they don't want Miranda to get no, wait, I'm silly. They don't want Ancient Apparition to get picked off too easily. And Extremis Z, after banning out 2 initiators, they pick an initiator of their own. Although his initiations are quite peculiar, as opposed to, well, in a way that he goes in with the Epicenter already active and then stuns. Can stun like up to, well, pretty much everyone, but that requires everyone to be grouped up in one spot, as opposed to Tidehunter's Ravage, this huge 1000 radius. It might be wrong. I think it's actually about 900, but still a big ultimate as well as Enigma's black hole, quite a bit smaller, but also quite easier to actually catch more than 2 or 3 heroes than with just a single burrow strike.
Radiant team pick.
And Platinum XC is going to pick Morphling as their carry. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really remember any patch notes in this, well, or 6.81 patch notes really doing anything to Morphling, but I don't really have that good of a memory.
5 seconds remaining.
And we've seen also him used quite well yesterday. Timbersaw being picked as quite possibly, well, either as a mid or as an offlaner. Io getting picked by Platinum, but who does he go with? Is it Centaur to like appear on someone's stomp, double edge, and then what goes next? I mean, I'm not sure if overcharge is enough for Centaur One Runner to give the DPS required to finish off. Like, for example, Timbersaw is just going to ignore all the attacks with his reactive armor. Sand King is just going to Burrow Strike. Well, I assume they're going to take Dust, so now not Burrow Strike, Sandstorm. But he does have Burrow Strike to also get away and stun both of them at once. Miranda can just leap away and Moonlight Shadow away if she feels the need. Shadow Demon with his disruption. The last bans are going to be Doom and Viper. It seems they don't want Doom to just disable Timbersaw or Shadow Demon from the fights, since Shadow Demon can do quite a bit of damage later on. The moment he gets quite a couple of levels, his Shadow Poison is capable of dealing quite big amounts of damage. Whereas Platinum doesn't want to risk Viper just slowing down Morphling to a crawl. Not to mention Viper is able to deal quite a bit of damage with his Nether Toxin. So yeah, Morphling would be in quite a bind, not being able to just freely morph into like mostly agility. And Skywrath Mage being picked by Extremis, then it seems we have Mirana in position 1, and it's possible. Let me think. I don't know, maybe it's they want to actually do it Shadow Demon's disruption, or or Demonic Purge into the Skywrath Mage's Mystic Flare.
5 seconds remaining.
But ultimately, what I'm seeing that the lineups are going to be probably on the Extremis' side. They're on the bottom. Timbersaw top or mid. With Shadow Demon assisting Miranda. Maybe even well, a tri-lane Shadow Demon and Sand King, with Disruption being quite a easy setup, and Wraith King being picked by Platinum. Okay, I thought they were down picking up more late game characters, but it seems not really, no. On Platinum side, I assume Morphling is going to be their position 1 with Wraith King on position 2, I guess. Although, who will they send mid? Maybe they actually want to send Wraith King mid with his... well, what's his base damage? 55. Like, Skywrath Mage has 44, Shadow Demon has, well, 52. I don't know. Either way, here we have Extremist Z, Vendetta playing Shadow Demon, Nowaru playing Sand King Loki, the God of Mischief playing Mirana, Noctis Lucas Calum, I probably botched that, going middle, Min Yamato on Timbersaw. On the Platinum Access side we have Japanese characters playing as Io, Wodan Kumir as Morphling, Hathcock on Centaur Warrunner, Ancient Apparition, Road to 2000 MMR playing as Ancient Apparition, and 1, 2, 3 multiplied, well, not multiplied, a series of 1, 2, 3s as Wraith King. Here we have the usual wording shenanigans. Io does have some sentries, but if she's not careful, it's... or he, I don't know. Min Yamato being able to get a DD. Sacred Arrow hitting Io right in the back, and it's going to be a first blood right at the beginning. With the tether being broken due to, I guess, some panic misclick. And the first blood goes towards Mirana, who already has the money to purchase boots. Which are actually... No, she's just going to finish her Wraith Band. And then Ring of Basilius is probably going to pop up soon enough to finish up a Ring of Aquila. Skywrath Mage not having an easy time against Morphling, who only has 15 strength, but I guess he's not expecting for Skywrath Mage to deal that much damage at the beginning of the game. Let's see. In terms of last hits, well, so far the Morphling is taking null, but the Skywrath having half of last hits. And yeah, we ultimately have a tri-lane on top. But yeah, ultimately disruption into Burrow Strike into Sacred Arrow, or disruption into Sacred Arrow. Well, it doesn't really, the order doesn't really matter as long as they time it right. Not to mention, Sacred Arrow might be a bit easier to actually hit, considering it has the longer-ish hitbox. A Ring of Protection going the ways of Centaur, who's probably going to soon enough buy a... oh, what's going on bottom? Well, nothing really, just some skills being used by Timbersaw. Speaking of, Timbersaw might be quite a bad matchup for Centaur, since as Whirling Death makes... if Whirling Death hits, it doesn't matter if there's trees around or not, it will take 15% of the primary attribute for 7 seconds. And we're talking about the Centaur, who is strength based, so not only is he going to lose damage, he's also going to lose quite a bit of HP. Morphling being called out, with the disruption, and that's a dead Morphling. That doesn't seem like a good beginning of the game for Platinum X with Io and Morphling, especially Morphling, since he he's not that he's not really that snowball dependent. He really needs the goal to just buy strength items that allow him to just go full agility without any regard for his life. And there we go, whirling that level 3 hitting Centaur without 3, so that was magical damage instead of pure. And it still took off quite a bit of health. Scarlet Mage pausing the game due to technical issues on Vendetta's side. Shadow Demon only level 2. As well as, yeah, we do have a Wraith King. I actually kind of forgot about that, since, well, I'm not sure how I forgot about him honestly, but what are his last hits? He only has 5 last hits. I guess they're too afraid when they're on top to actually go anywhere near creeps with disruption, Burrow Strike and Sacred Arrow looming, or rather the threat of those 3 skills looming behind, well, maybe not behind them, rather in front of them. But either way, yeah. I don't really want to. Oh, and the disconnect on Platinum X's side. I was kind of wondering. I have. No, I don't have my chat muted. Although it seems you cannot do that in spectators when you're a spectator. Yeah, let's talk about items. Rana has 1500 gold, and she hasn't bought anything really. Even though she could easily just finish, either just go straight up buy face boost or portrait, or finish her Ring of Aquila by boots and get one of the ingredients for either power threats or face boots. Skywrath Mage not really having a good time. Well, he does have a lot of and boots and clarities, so, but still he only has 9 last hits. And in terms of levels, Skywrath Mage is only in front in the advantage against Morphling in terms of levels. Well, I say only, but it's ultimately the second death on Platinum X's side in the game. Not to mention, Morphling is accompanied by Io on mid, so experience just gets divided between 2 players. Sand King, not really having that much, as usual. Timber Saw already having the money to buy boots, which I assume is going to, which he's going to purchase right after he finishes this creep wave. And Shadow Demon, well, yeah, support doesn't really have that much money usually, which Io can attest to. Morphling only with only a Wraith Band. And doesn't even have boots yet. Centaur with only Tranquils. it's not really visible right now. If he's going to go, well, he didn't buy a stout shield at the beginning, probably because he was predicting, and he did successfully predict he's going to be against Timbersaw, who doesn't really rely on auto attacks. And yeah, I assume in 2000 gold he's just going to buy a Blink Dagger. Wraith King with he didn't even dare to go to the side shop to buy boots for himself. Level 2, only recently getting the level, so he didn't even have that time to level up his Mortal Strike. Or Vampiric Aura, but people don't usually level the Lifesteal Aura that early. Ancient Apparition, right there with the Wraith King, although he does have less gold. Well, ultimately he leaves all the last hits for Wraith King. But let's talk about how how Extremis is going to plan. Like, I assume they want to finish the game fast, but the question is how do they finish that game early enough before Morphling and Wraith King both come online? Because if when they come online, Mirana can't really compete in terms of DPS against them. While Skywrath Mage has good amounts of magic damage in his Arcane Bolt, Ancient Seal reducing magic resistance, and Mystic Flare also doing quite a bit of damage. There's also the Black King Bar, the magic immunity, which could make both Morphling and Wraith King just not really care about magic damage. So I guess their plan is Extremis' Z plan is to get some levels, get some kills. They were planning again a gank, it seems, against Morphling, although Sand King is quite far behind to just walk up there. Not to mention, well, Platamax is aware of their ganking plans due to this war that keeps watch the top room. So I don't think the gank is going to be successful. I never really noticed. Yeah, the difference in last hits is also quite big on the bottom lane, and that's because, well, as we've seen, Centaur gets hit quite hard by whirling that. So he doesn't want to really risk dying due to whirling death into Timber Chain combo. Since if he's next to the trees, he can just get 340 pure damage alone, and that's not even talking about the stat loss itself. So right now, he has to be really careful about how close he's coming up to Timbersaw, which, as the last sets and the nice show, he has been careful, able to just get some levels. Not sure what that was supposed to mean. Okay. Seems we suddenly have voice chat. Impatience is setting into everyone's mood, and yeah, here come the on pauses. Since the only message that was sent about Shadow Vendetta's status was that he's going to be back in 1 minute, but other than that, nothing really. But yeah, Timbersaw also was also able to get a decent number of denies. I mean, he's pretty much well, he is a level ahead of Timbersaw is a level ahead of Centaur, which allows him to go. And in 300 experience, he's going to get his Chakram, which is quite capable of dealing 100 or rather 200 pure damage with only about 120 for about 120 mana. Let's see. Well, gold chart isn't really that's surprising by showing that it's going in Extremis' Z favor, considering they have the 2 kills, the only 2 kills in the game so far. Experience going their way as well. Not really sure what they're talking about. Oh, and my ping has also been frozen in time. I think Faceless Void could get some bricks, maybe some pointers from from whoever wields the Paws of Magic. The Magic of Paws, rather. Oops. Okay, Extremis C says go, but oh, and that's that Skyrat Mage, and also at Shadow Demon, especially since he's being controlled by Extremis. No arrow just going in there, but he's also going to die while trying to save Shadow Demon, which was successful, but. Oh, that's an interesting turn of events. I'm guessing Timbersaw was too scared of actually turning around and using the Timber Chain due to fear of Hoof Stomp and Double Edge, and Timbersaw opting for a 3rd level of Timber Chain instead of Chakram, which is quite weird in my opinion. I mean, like I said, well, he can just take it now. Not to mention, in 200 gold, he's going to have Arcanes. Rona was able to get enough gold with the help of First Blood to get herself a hand of Midas. And Vampiric Aura being already picked. That's quite unusual, considering how it pushes the lanes. Is Vendetta still offline, or is it actually a spectator side bug? Like, is it a bug on my side? Not really sure. And I don't even know if I probably can't really ask them. I mean, I'm a spectator of a live game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's in. That's the interface just bugging out. And that's a dead Wraith King. Scarlet Mage being called out. Turning around but getting hit last on the attack of Io. What level is Io? 5th. So less than 600 XP experience points.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
To get the relocate, and suddenly the whole, well, yeah, the whole map is going to be quite a dangerous place. But there's Io and Centaur going in hard, and is Timbersaw just going to be able to... Ooh, getting hoofed while he was in the middle of a timber chain, and a good tether from Io, which was less unfortunate, much less unfortunate than the tether he did while trying to avoid the first blood. Centaur getting an assist from Sand King. Is he going to be able? No, he was too far away, and only level 2 of Burrow Strike is not enough to reach anyone. And Centaur going so down as 7 or even 6 HP. But he doesn't really care as long as A, he lives, B, he killed off Sand King. Shadow Demon and Mirana, they're going to be able to finish off Ancient Apparition. Seems Soul Catcher is quite good to significantly do secondary damage. And TP from Centaur is going to be able to kill both Shadow Demon and Mirana. And that's that Io. So a 2-for-1 exchange so far, but I'm pretty sure the Platinum X, even if the Centaur got killed. Oh, Hand of Bind is on Wraith King. In 8th minute, but that's much later than the Midas of Mirana, who got her own in 5.5 minutes. And that's a dead Centaur. Timbersaw once again showing that you do not mess around him if you're a strength hero. Another King Boots purchase on made by Skyrim Mage.
Is under attack.
Oh, he actually uses Mystic Flare. Probably on... No, that's actually a minute long cooldown. I probably looked at it and didn't even register it. Whoops. Timbersaw just farming on after dealing the crazy amounts of damage on the Centaur and killing him off, if I remember correctly. No, that was actually Shadow Demon finishing the Centaur off. Ancient Apparition not really worried about Mirana since and that's that Timbersaw on bottom with a relocated Morphling and Centaur there. Well, Centaur TP'd bottom soon. Although Stampede was also used to be able to catch up to Timbersaw. I'm surprised he wasn't able to just run away with his Timber Chain. She already maxed out. I mean, okay, stuns stop Timber Chain that in its tracks, but he could have just used it the moment he saw either a relocate or the moment he heard the Stampede. Well, depends on if... I'm not sure if Stampede has a global sound effect, and I see player being used on Morphling, but he's not going to really pay any heed to it. He's just going to waveform a stunned and double-edged Skyreth Mage, paying back his debt.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And that's quite possibly a dead. Is he going to die? Demonic Purge being used, but Demonic Purge, this 50-second cooldown, not really that much. You don't really regret using it. You pretty much regret not using it if someone gets away from it. Put the max, sacking up Ancients. I assume for either Morphling or Wraith King to
Dire's middle tower is under
keep
attack.
those up. Wraith King continues to jungle,
Dire's middle
which is, I
tower
guess,
is under
the
attack.
reason why the level Vampiric Aura. Opting for another level in the Aura before maxing out his Wraithfire Blast. Although, if he's going to jungle, he's not really going to use it that much. $1,000 gold in, and still no red's ingredients.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, this is going to be
Dire's
yup,
middle tower
quite a ballsy Timber Chain, but not well. They just predicted that,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
and we're able to. Oh, is this going to be a turnaround? It might. Yeah, no, not really. The Stambi was activated way too soon for Skyreth to not be aware that, or well, Skyreth just turned around and dropped any. He didn't fall into an illusion that
Radiant's top
this
tower
might be an
is
easy
under
kill,
attack.
or well, yeah, an easy kill. Morphling getting hit by a Shadow Poison, auto attack and a concussive shot, but he's just going to wait for him away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's a last hits. We have actually 80 last hits on Rana, and Tyrion C seems to be planning to jump on Centaur, but I didn't really know he just went away. If they're not careful, they might actually be found out by
Dire's
Centaur
bottom tower is
instead.
under attack. Radiant's top
But since
tower is under attack.
Platinum Max is not really doing anything, they're just going to
Dire's bottom tower is under
take
attack.
the third tower of the game.
Dire's structures are fortified.
An Ice Blast Hoop Stomp. Is that going to be a Death Mirana? Quite possibly. Oh, no, that's a Death Center at first. Ancient Apparition, Epicenter being used to force a resurrection from Wraith King. And he's probably going to. Yup. And he's dead. Mirana. I'm pretty sure she ultimately died.
Dire's bottom tower.
No, it was Wisp with his Morphling getting caught out. And even though he's morphing, yeah, he's going to die. And Io is also going to fall. Double kill with an Ice Blast on Sand King and Skyreth Mage. I'm not even going to try to count the kills because that went wild. And it seemed like it's going to be just that simple attempt on pushing bottom tower, which did succeed. Yeah, it wasn't denied. Coup Stomp on Timber Cell, but no follow up. Mirana on 500 gold per minute. Wraith King only on 300 gold per minute, and we're talking about Wraith King who has a Hand of Midas. And okay, it was a bit later than Mirana, but it's like 5th place, and Stampede being used to try and catch a Shadow Demon, but instead the Demonic Purge is going to be used in return. And is that going to be a dead Centaur? Arcane Bolt, is it going to kill him? No. Is that one going to kill him? Are Tranquils enough for him to heal? In addition to Blink Dagger. Around the finishing of Ancient Apparition. And Centaur was able to live thanks to Tranquils and defensive usage of Blink Dagger. Make that Arcane Bolt flow that much longer.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Because ultimately, what's the speed? Oh, that's a stun on Io by Sand King. Is he going to die? Yes, he's going to die to another deck and Starstorm. Centaur One Runner trying to punish punish Sand King for that by the brood. Ice Blast going to miss. And Extreme C was able to well, they've Wraith King going in hard on Mirana, but aside from single stun, he doesn't really have anything more to keep Mirana from escaping. I mean, she already TP'd away. And that's an well, 2 ingredients out of 4, but for Armlet of Mordigian or something like that. I'm not sure what those clicking sounds were. I think I screwed up my binds somehow. And Mirana doubling the net worth. She has almost the total net worth of the Wraith King and Morphling. That's quite a gold advantage. I mean, let's look at the charts. It's almost 10,000 gold lead, which never really even thought about going. Well, it only takes a little bit here, and that's like the lowest gold advantage they have over Platinum Max. Experience also 7,500 in favor of Extreme C. I think Platinum X really has to figure out how to stall the game long enough for both Morphling and Wraith King to come online, but it's not really going that well for them. I mean, Morphling already died 3 times and Wraith King died twice. And Morphling only has a Perseverance. Ice Blast are going to pretty much miss everyone. Epicenter being used on Morphling and Io. Io going to getting killed. Timber saw the Simmers dealing big amounts of damage to Wraith King. Centaur going in hard but getting killed even harder by Mystic Flare. Ancient Seal on Morphling, so he cannot just run away, but he doesn't even have mana. Burrow Strike catching out Ancient Apparition and killing of Morphling. Ancient Apparition dead, and is Wraith King actually going to be able to live? The jukes! Oh no, the courier might have actually given him away. And yeah, that's a death, Wraith King. But yeah, they Skywrath and Mirana being able to just figure out Wraith King's location, stomp on a Mirana and that's a dead Mirana with almost 600 gold going to Io. Is that Shadow Demon really planning? And a missed Burrow Strike, and the Demonic Purge not really doing anything because it just got ignored by Stampede. And Morphling living with 20 HP, and Skyra getting killed instead, but and Timbersa going in to kill off Centaur and Io, and Shadow Demon being killed off by the whole, pretty much by attrition, you could say. Wraith King only on pretty much living only thanks to Armlet. Going to throw a casual sun on Timbersaw. Mirana fishing off Lincoln Sphere. I don't really remember. Whoops, that was a lag. 1300. Well, Fiber and Gold away, or Morphling is Fiber and Gold away from his Lincoln Sphere. But yeah, that shows us once more Timbersaw was able to find and probably massacre. I mean, we're talking about level 14 Timbersaw, who's also yeah, he just bought himself a Bloodstone. That's a 23 minute, which is not amazing, but good enough. Not to mention that they are just going to go for more and more kills. Is that going to be a dead Shadow Demon? Instead, Morphling is going to get killed by Skywrath Mage. Shadow Demon ultimately falling. Sender is probably going to survive, die, rather. Whoops. That's what I meant all along. I mean, Wraith King trying to hit to deal damage to Timbersaw, but his reactive armor is just going to ignore the low-ish damage. Even the armlet is not able to just go through the reactive armor. And 3-for-1 exchange in pretty much obvious favor of Extremis C, and also here too, mid tower. Is that going to be a... and yes, that's a dead IO. While Skywrath pretty much has to go away to regain his mana, and then Ice Blast going to try and well, his primary target was obviously Skywrath Mage, but they noticed, he just TP'd away to safety. A Bling Dagger. Quite obviously to just blink in. And Lincoln Sphere not really noticed by Platinum X. And is that going to be an epicenter? Yes! It's pulled up and center falls. Resurrection and Shadow Demon falls as well, but that's pretty much how it went for Shadow Demon so far. And another Lincoln Spear blocking another spell, this time I stun. But Miranda was still killed off by Ice Blast. So far it's a 2-for-1. Ultimately in favor of Platinum X, but well, center doesn't really do much, and a double kill by Timbersaw, who just chakram them, because a chakram Wraithkin and Morphling to pretty much stand in place with their low health, casually walked up and Timber Chain to a tree. And that's a Skywrath Mage who went way too hard in. Centaur is trying to deal damage, which he does to Timbersaw, but Timbersaw getting hit by the frostbite, but not the blast itself, and he promptly denies himself before he gets killed off to deny Platinum X's any sort of Whisper and I relocate with Centaur, and nothing is going to be achieved thanks to that. Although, no, he just farmed creeps with his Stomp double-edge combo. Sand King was able to gather enough gold for a Veil of Discord, and remember, I'm saying remember, but I don't remember the exact numbers on my own, but Veil of Discord actually deals more damage than Aghanim's, and is ultimately quite a bit cheaper, 2600 instead of 4200. But if you actually get an Aghanims, Shadow Demon dead again, probably due to hope some double edge combo, an Aghanim Scepter for Ancient Apparitions, Ice Blast. I mean, okay, I am not able to do anything. I thought I thought Skyreth Mage heals himself with while having Cold Feet on himself, but Centaur getting killed off, but Mirana is not going to able to live through it unless the Burrow Strike stuns both Wraith King and Morphling, which is what happens, and Mirana was able to escape while having less than 30 HP. But yeah, Blink Dagger being purchased by Wraith King, Hurricane boost for Sand King. Oh, it seems there were some doubts in the Blink Dagger purchase, and I would say so. I mean, there's quite a lot of damage going from Extremis' Z's side. Rana getting herself out. What just happened over there? I'm not really sure what was that Morphling's after image doing up in the air. But yeah, here comes an Aghanim's Ice Blast, and is it actually going to kill off? No, it's not, but barely. Oh, and a disruption used just in case. But yeah, Ice Blast with its 17-second duration, or rather 17 seconds. Finally a Lincoln Sphere for Morphling, but something tells me it's actually going to be too late. Too little too late to be able to regain their advantage. And Smoke is pretty much an illusion. Moonlight Shadow being used. Dust and Morphling epicenter killing of two, killing of Morphling rather, but Skyreth Mage and Shadow Demon dead. Io getting killed off as well as Centaur. Mirana being able to deal enough damage for Novaru to finish off Wraith King. And that's only Ancient Apparition alive on Platinum X's side, and he only has a negative scepter. Well, I'd say only. But that's not going to be able to stop. Well, he might hinder Extremis Z's Roshan attack. What level is it? It's a level 2 ultimate. Oh. Not yet, that's going to be a dead Roshan and an Aegis for Mirana. And all outer defenses for Dire are down, whereas all outer defenses for Radiant are still up, and quite well, I might add. Aside from top, but I don't think that's really their concern. And did I see that right? Saw a Hood of Defiance for Centaur, and whom did I miss? Oh, those were two separate from two different teams. The Extremis Z being called out. Oh, that's Simbersel getting himself a Hood. Probably to not get hit as hard with Ice Blast and Double Edge.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And we see Extremis C trying to get onto the high ground, but Platinum X doesn't really have any pokes whatsoever. I mean, okay, they have spirits and nothing much. Well, Ice Blast, but I'm pretty sure they are planning to use Ice Blast for when the team fight itself actually comes, so that they cannot rely. Well, does Extremis actually have a mech? Not really. Oh, that's a Demon Edge. Something tells me that might be an MKB coming up. Just for the damage itself. Unless she just wanted as much damage as she could in one item, and Sacred Arrow healing Io, but nothing. Oh dear, never mind. Something does happen because of that. Epicenter also going in, getting Ancient Apparition dead, Skyreth being killed off, as well as Shadow Demon. Again, Sand King gets killed. Rana has to pretty much run away. But Timbersaw is going to still go in hard, but is he going to be able to do much? He goes away and oh, he gets a pipe, but he uses it, but for no real reason. It is being used by Mirana, who pretty much got greedy for a kill. A kill that might not actually. Well, it happened, but it wasn't her. Sacred Arrow not hitting Centaur, although almost hitting Io. Io coming in to try and save Centaur, but I don't think how is that plan going to work. Timber Chain missing, but Whirling Death enough to kill off Io. And more oh yeah, that's quite a long time actually, since yeah, oops. Jam on Sand King, and well, you know, he's trying to build up an Agdams for himself. Power transfer Morphling, 34 minutes. Is that? Yes, that's a dead Ancient Apparition. The road to 2000 MMR seems like it's hard and full of flares. Mystic ones, might I add. There's an arrow coming out from Mirana, not hitting anyone. Morphling gets eels, but nothing else. And Skyreth might actually pay for it. He gets disrupted, but will he be able to live? Yes, he does, and get to live. And Timbersaw kills off a Centaur. He won't be able to kill Io. Is Morphling... Well, not Morphling dealt enough damage to Skyreth Mage, who buys back. But yeah, Extremis is just going to take middle Platinum's middle barracks. And they have their full team back together up. A Divine Rapier purchased by Rana. A dead Skyreth once again. Now he has to wait 100 seconds before he comes back up. Sand King is quite dead from the hands of Wraith King, who just uses Resurrection. Extremis C is forced to back off. Stampede being used, blink into a missed stomp. Io purchasing a 36-minute mechans. That's quite a bit late. Ice Blast is going to be able to hit. It hits Mirana. Mirana has to be careful, because if she just drops her rapier. Oh dear, not a well-placed relocate. Timbersaw being able to... That's a Divine Rapier being ultimately caught by Wraith King. Now he has quite a bit of damage, and we're talking about Wraith King. He's known as one of the better carriers for Rapier due to his reincarnation. Not to mention he has the Lifesteal and Mortal Strike, which gives him a 15% chance for a quadruple damage hit. Or, no, excuse me, triple damage hit. Timbersaw getting caught out by the alive members of Platinum Max, but he's going to get up right now to the multiple stacks he had on Bloodstone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And finally a BKB from Wraith King. If Extremis C is not careful from now on, the game might actually turn quite a bit around. That was quite a cocky purchase, I have to say, by whatever the Mirana's player's name is. A relocation from behind by Io and Wraith King, but they're not able to actually do much, although BKB launched and he just kills two in one. Is he going to be able to catch out? Yeah, that's Sand King. That's like 3 people dead. Oh, is this Mirana trying to get the regain? No, that actually hit the Centaur. She gets hit by the Ice Blast. Timbersaw and Mirana being able to run away, but now this time it's a 3-4-1 in favor of Platinum Max. And I mean, even Epicenter was used and it only dealt, well, I assume it dealt enough damage to the Centaur, who's actually on his way to build a Blade Mail. The Rapier is probably going to give so many headaches to Extremis C. Ayasha finished for Morphling, probably to build it up to a Manta style. What is Mirana going to do? I mean, she pretty much lost 6,000 gold. That, well, she spent it and then it went the way of Wraith King. Shiva's Guard being purchased by Timbersaw, which makes his already, well, he's not immediately tanky. He needs to get hit 16 times. But yeah, that's pretty much 21 plus 16. That's 37 armor that Platinum X will have to go through, but I'm pretty sure the Wraith King won't really have that much of a problem with that. Seems it's either a Lincoln Sphere, but more likely Bloodstone being in plans for a Skywrath Mage. A Neil Scepter in the making by Shadow Demon. Sandstorm and Forstaff being used to make Sand King's location much less obvious. Used again. It seems Timbersaw is quite annoyed by trees covered in sand. Hyperson being picked up by Mirana. Is she going to get a plate mail right now, or is she going for a Mjolnir? Which also stacks, even though it doesn't really say that, but well, I mean, Desolator and Mjolnir do stack, even though they're both unique attack modifiers, because Mjolnir and Maelstrom as well just overtake any other unique attack modifiers whenever it actually procs. Centaur Forerunner being able to finish off his Blade Mail. Morphling seems to be saving for a buyback. And that's a Skywrath Mage. Or not. He's able to run away, but the Sand King won't have that much luck. Moonlight Shadow being actually used on the Extremis' side, but they really want to go in, which is quite a questionable decision. Although that's going to be a dead IO. Wraith King is still in pursuit of. Oh, and that's going to be 15, pretty much 1600 crit. Now Wraith King has to be careful, although, well, he still has Reincarnation and plenty enough mana to support that. Yeah, now he's going to get back up. The T, I guess he immediately blinked after he got up, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch out Timbersaw with his 1400 range on Timber Chain, which has 4 seconds of cooldown.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lincoln Spirit, Skywrath Mage dying, as well as Shadow Demon, although Skywrath Mage was a fortunate victim of 1600 critical damage to the face. Like I said, Divine Rapier is quite good for Wraith King, and not to mention, oh dear, Io might have made a grave miscalculation. Epicenter being able to finish off Io, who got vastly hurt. Oh, is that going to be a dead Timbersaw? No, it wouldn't be. But he was able to catch out the Sand King. Timbersaw being the only one alive, and a top tier 2 falling with only the help of creeps ultimately. But the Max is just going to take the free Roshan, with Wraith King pretty much healing up himself to full thanks to his rapier, and now they have to kill him 2 times for him to drop the rapier. Since first the reincarnation has to will go, and then the ages. He actually found himself with 5.3k gold. Is he planning to buy a refresher? Is he really planning to roll out of control? Pipes of Insight being bought by Centaur to try and fight off the crazy magic damage being dished out by Skywrath Mage. Miranda is going to be found out by Morphling, who's actually going to... Oh, and that's pretty much a dead. Yup! Another Mortal Strike crit. Another good kill. Let's look at the grabs. It's still... God damn, I wasn't really aware that it went above. It went almost 25k at about 35th minute. Campaign being used so that Ancient Apparition can run away, but he's not really going to be able to survive. Yeah. And Ancient Apparition is going to have none of that. Epicenter being used, but not much avail. And that's 100-second cooldown going away. Both tier 4s are actually dead. The Ancient is Timbersaw finally dead, but only 30 seconds cooldown. Again, thanks to his Bloodstone. Platinum X has to... well, they did take out the bottom tier 1. Is that going to be a dead... no, it's not. Skywrath Mage still... Oh dear! That Sand King is probably grateful that he was able to see. Is that going to be a resurrecting... now he has to run away. He has got by Disruption. Is that going to be... That's a resurrection. Still has his 7... Okay, 8-second BKB being used. But he cannot really go anywhere because the soul from Chakram goes through Magic Community. Sand King and Shadow Demon getting killed off. A one-shot Skywrath Mage! Well, everyone knows Skywrath Mage isn't really that... all that tough, but... I wasn't really... I somehow wasn't really expecting a one-shot this late in the game. Although it is a Divine Rapier on Wraith King, who can dish out a 300% crit. Buybacks being used by both Timbersaw and Skywrath. Epicenter used, but Blade Mail is able to deal enough damage for Wraith King to finish off. Skywrath Mage dead. Shadow Demon is going to be back up, but Mirana is actually going hard into the base, but Centaur is just going to Centaur. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole team just deciding, yeah, no, you're not going to just steal the victory from behind our back. But yeah, that's the first set of tracks falling for Io getting killed up. I'm not sure what was he doing there still. Or no, I guess it was a relocate for... I don't know, someone must have not had TP scroll to save the... to protect the Ancient, and I assume Io was just decided, okay, you have to defend, I'll drop you up there, I'll sacrifice, I'll take one for the team. But yeah, did Mirana die during this fight? Just wondering, oh no, never mind. That's a finished AC, that's why she doesn't have that much gold. Let's look at the net worth, because yeah, that's 23,500, and Timbersaw was actually able to overcome Mirana.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's Lincoln's Sphere triggered off by disruption, and Shadow Demon dead again. How many deaths is that? 13. Actually, I got killed more. And that's other Morphling, Ancient Seal into Mystic Flare. Yeah, the Aegis is going to be in Roshan's hands back in 30 seconds. Ancient Oppression being able to finish off with the help of Ice Blast, I assume. But does Wraith King know about the... well, I assume he does know now. I mean, okay, he walks into that arrow. I assume he just didn't notice it, I guess. Or maybe he just thinks that, yeah, come on, Mirana, I have your rapier. Do you think you'll take it back? Not, you'll have to take it from my undead hands. Sand King trying to be fancy with his Blink Dagger and Sandstorm. How come... Something tells me that's actually another client side bug. But a level 2 Necronomicon available for Sand King. Well, level 1 on him and the second one. Okay, that's a smoke being used, and who has the gem? I did see someone buying a gem on was that Extremis? Well, Sand King got a gem, but I'm pretty sure he had it for quite a bit longer. I mean, Skywrath Mage did drop it like over here when he got hit by the Ice Blast. And that's a dead Mirana. That's 100 seconds without her, and she does it with because of the AC purchase. She's 1500 gold behind on being able to buy back. Timbersaw is just going to push the lane a bit, well, because he thought he would be able to run away much faster than he ultimately did. Roshan responds in less than 10 seconds. I'm wondering if Extremis C... Well, Extremis C is probably not really planning to go for Roshan. I mean, they pretty much have to give it to Mirana if they want a shot at victory. IO coming in with Wraith King. Shadow Demon for stepping away. And... never mind. Did I say anything about reactive armor and Shiva's guard enough to hold off Timbersaw's death from Wraith King's hands? Disregard that. Sec coming in. Oh, a TP scroll. Never mind. And that's going to be the third Roshan of the game, so the cheese will fall as well. A minus couple at mid, but with no. Okay, the gem moves to the side, just goes to the floor. Is dropped rather. Io picking up the cheese, and Aegis being picked up by Morphling. I'm not sure. Well, I guess I don't know. I would honestly just sell the armlet. I mean, okay, it's a good item, but it's more of a like early mid game item. Not when the game has been going for 54 minutes, and when you have a sodding rapier in your inventory, which is pretty much the thing that allowed Platinum X to make this much of a comeback. I mean, let's look at the gold. Whoops, I chose experience instead, and yeah, that's outer defenses falling finally for Extremis Z. It took quite a longer time, but it was still possible. And perfect timing for BKB, as Wraith King was able to dodge any damage from Sand King. Aegis is being used. Epicenter most probably killing off Morphling. Shadow Demon dead, since, well, we've seen how he died. Miranda is actually backdooring this stuff, and is Morphling actually going for a base race? But no, he has to run away, and my internet connection lagged, and now we're back. Wraith King coming in hard to stun and kill off. Well, Lincoln Sphere is being used, and oh, he actually got relocated back to the front lines by Io. They won't be able to kill off to get the Skywrath Mage before he runs away. But still, Morphling was still able to get away, and he's going back to finish up the middle set of racks. So that's 2 sets of racks down for Extremis Z, and at the tier 4 tower falling. Shadow Demon killed off once more. He finally tied with Io and Centaur. I never really noticed how much he was dying. Oh, is that that Timbersaw? Well, BKB blocking off Blade Mail. Morbling and Io dead because of one Mystic Flare, but Wraith King is just going to go on. Well, he had to run away, but oh, he was a Skywrath Mage finished off by Ancient Apparition, and that's a game, pretty much. There's nothing really extremist C could have done. Yeah, just like Hathcock and the Japanese IO are saying, the rapier purchase was pretty much the beginning of the end. Or, not the purchase itself, but it being dropped by Mirana. That's quite... Yeah, this was the one thing that pretty much single-handedly allowed Planet Max to make this comeback from losing one set of racks and losing both tier 4s guarding the Ancient into turning around, killing all towers, and as well killing off 2 sets of racks. I'm kind of regretting that looking at the final golden XP charts, but yeah. Even though the advantage was there, it was pretty much thrown hell away with the rapier. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Double Player, as you probably can read, and that's my Dota 2 network connection going off line, or rather getting caught. This has been Double Player. Thank you for joining me. Signing off.